Is it on sound?
Yeah. Right. Hello, everybody. Say hello, eh?
Hello.
Right, today is the 9th of October. And Amy's got some homework from college. I'll bring my chair around here a bit. And Amy's homework, although I can't grasp the full understanding of what the homework is, it's kind of like we have to do a letter, and in this letter it's got how to set out a letter, isn't it? Name and address of yours, name and address of them, who it's to, introduce yourself. It's got main body of the letter, closing paragraph, how we finish it off, and then signature. You know about all that stuff, don't you? How do you finish a letter?
You put, thanks, sincerely.
Yours sincerely?
Yeah.
Yeah, yours sincerely, scribble, scribble, and then share it. Your signature that you always use. Don't start using different signatures and stuff, because it'll look like then you'll go to somebody say, is that what you wrote? And you say, no. So always keep the signature always the same, and you know what your signature is. Right, so we're, for argument's sake, we are going to do, I'm not sure who this letter's meant to be for that we're meant to write out, but we're going to write it to, what are we going to do? Are we going to do a pen pal where it's another person from another school or something, or are we going to write to a politician to make a complaint? A complaint to a politician. That's just an idea. So we're going to complain to somebody. What are we going to complain about, Amy? What are you unhappy with in society that makes you want to complain to an MP, like, say, I don't know, David Cameron? What are you going to... What is it?
Stop being a bitch.
Right. Something in society, in the community where you are, that you're unhappy about. What's going to make you unhappy?
David Cameron.
Yeah, what? Don't play me that. What are you gonna write about? Are you gonna write about, I don't know, gangs of youths drinking and smoking and
drugs?
Yeah, you're gonna write about the drugs. And what are you gonna write about? What's your complaint that
people take drugs? And
do you feel anybody's doing anything about it?
No, because the police don't do something about it.
Why don't they?
Because you know some people take drugs.
Why the police would normally do something? Why won't? This is what we've got to try and plan out. It's only like a hypothetical. So what I'm trying to say is, it's only like it's like a story that isn't true, but we're going to make it believable because it's not really happening. But we're just going to say it. So the reason you're complaining is because of the drugs and the drinking,
weed,
right? And you feel like the police aren't doing anything. Do you think it's I'll give you some ideas. Do you think it's because the police are busy doing other things? Or do you think that the police aren't really interested? Or do you feel that the police are... there's not enough police? What are we trying to get at? Why don't we think they're doing their job properly to arrest
probably
these people?
There's not enough police to go around.
Right. So if there's not enough police, do you know who employs the police and the ambulance and the fire brigade? Who employs them? What big thing employs all these services like the police, the ambulance, the fire brigade? Who's their big boss? Where do we go up London? Where Big Ben is? What's that big massive building called where all the MPs go? What's that called?
I can't say Royal Housing of Parliament.
That is where all the MPs go. They employ all of the police, all of the ambulance
people.
But
I thought that was us.
No, they employ... We have to pay our taxes out of our work money.
Why?
Why
don't I do them?
Because we pay the taxes, all the people pay the taxes, and then they take that tax money and they say how many policemen they can employ and how many ambulance people they can employ and how many fire brigades they can employ and things like that. That's how it works, but we have to pay for that. It doesn't come for free. we have to pay for that out of our taxes. That means every time we work, a little bit of money comes out called a tax. And it goes to the government, and the government pay that tax money to employ the fire brigade and the school teachers and the hospitals and things like that. Yeah, right. So they employ these people. They pay their wages out of our money.
What about, did I do the make the parks?
Yeah, they employ people to go around and build parks. Anything for the council. They have a duty of care for the roads. You know, if you get holes in the roads, the council have to come along and fix them, and the council are a part of the government. They're employed by the government to do all these things in the area. All right? So we're going to plan this out. So we're going to put plan on there. So we know what our plan is, so we don't ever get lost on the subject. So we're going to write to an MP. Yeah? So W. R-I-T-E, isn't it? For write, as in writing. Yeah?
I-G. What?
Writing.
Oh, writing. That should be a T.
Right, how are we going to write writing? It's not how it sounds, R-I, it's writing,
Oh!
yeah? 2. Keep it next, this is our plan. An MP.
Sorry,
N, and then M.P. M.P. I don't know why they call them MPs. Something politician.
P.
Yeah, that's your local MP. Right. So we know about the Dear Sir Madam. So now it's saying. So you know about the address. You know about your address being there. Dear Sir Madam, introduce yourself. So hi.
I'm Amy.
Come on in. So introduction. So write that introduction and underline it. And that's another word for introduction is introduce, right?
Yeah.
And when you introduce somebody, you're talking about them or yourself. So you're not introducing somebody else, you're introducing you. So you've got to describe yourself. So
hi.
What's your plan? Yeah, so you're Amy. Miss Amy Sheridan, perhaps. M-I-S-S. Not in Mrs, but Miss, because you're not married.
M-I-S-S.
Amy Sheridan. How are you going to describe yourself? What are you going to start with? What's very important? Your...
Well, age. Hi, I'm Miss Amy Sheridan.
Are you going to give them your real age, or are you going to make up an age because this is just a make-up?
I am 15 years old.
No, say 6. Just do your proper age, and you might as well go with 16. Just go with your proper age. I am a 16-year-old.
16-year-old woman.
Young lady, yeah, old woman.
Lady. I have got...
Yeah, we don't have to go into the description. No.
Why?
That's a description. We're not on about facial features and whatever you are. You just got...
I have got brown eyes.
Yeah.
Brown hair.
Right, that's a description. We've got to put down about... When it says about introduction, a description is a bit different to an introduction. A description is where you're describing everything about yourself. Introduction is it's just a formal... Hi. When I introduce myself to someone, I'll go... Alright, I'm Mark, I'm 25 years of age, I'm a decent, sensible young man who works hard, has a family, and I have this letter that I would wish to write to you is because I have a concern. Right? you're just briefly, not describing every feature about you, you're describing about the life that you live. So, you could be like a sensible young lady, you work hard, you come from a nice family, these kind of things. If you're describing yourself, you're saying I have brown eyes, red hair,
Big boobs.
big boobs, I'm slim, I'm tall, I'm short, I'm fat, I'm huge, I'm tiny, I'm whatever. That's describing yourself. That's a description. We're on about an introduction. So you're just generally introducing
Hi, I'm tall.
yeah, that's a description. You're describing yourself. But here we're not describing yourself. We're describing your lifestyle, the life that you live. So the life
I'm
that
a nice young woman.
from a nice
Family.
right. I was brought up in a nice,
Big house.
and I went to a nice.
College.
Yeah, things like that, right? I'm engaged, or I'm a young mum, or you just tell them briefly. No, you're not. You tell them briefly about yourself, okay? Not about yourself, but about your life. It's just a general.
So how am I going to actually have?
So, right. Hi, I'm Miss Amy Showden. I'm a 16-year-old lady.
I have.
I have a good education. Edu, not Eddie. Edu.
Okay.
T-I-O-N.
Sure.
That's it. And I come from a what? A nice. Yeah. Introduction now. You're going to put in brackets. You're going to do it like this. So we're going to go.
Wrong way.
Yeah, we're going to go. You're going to put in the brackets because then it'll say to what an introduction is. It's about my life. Yeah, and then not, put another bracket, and put not a description about me, so not a description. So let me try right in there for you, see if I can get it in there, because it might not fit. Description,
Oh.
not a description about me. So this one, again we can do a bubble around it because this is our plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we don't have to make it terribly neat, but it's still got to be neat enough for us to write it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, okay. Right, we're going to do little bubbles for stuff as well for our plan, because this hasn't got to be neat. Bubbles, you've heard of bubbles? We do like little bubbles when you're doing stuff and that, so the plan is. So, we're going to do...
So shall I draw it then?
Hold on. Hi, I'm the family. Now you're going to write, what things are you going to write about when you introduce yourself? Are you going to write about your mum, your dad, or are you going to write about what they do? Right, so come in, right, so draw a bubble. Like,
how big? Small?
Sort of like this, because this is our plan. So you're going to write, Dad, my dad is a, what is he? What is your dad do? What does he work as? What does he do?
My dad makes books.
Right. Put on there as well, and my mum works in the hospital, can't you? I know, can't we just put it in there anyway? And my mum works in the hospital. Just tell them about your family, okay?
Mhm.
Right, so from there we could write, that's your family, okay?
Yeah.
Right, so this is just, obviously this is just a plan. So, You've introduced yourself, yeah? You've told them about your family, okay?